wife should
Good afternoon, everybody. It's almost time for the games. It's time for In the Crease with Tommy C. We're talking to Evander Kane today in the big trade. The only big trade of the year, in fact. Here we go. What's happening, everybody? Welcome to In the Crease with Tommy C. It's Wednesday. What is it? Is it really Wednesday already?
It is. It's Wednesday.
Oh, Christ. My life is just like flashing before my eyes, and I don't even like it. Wednesday, the 11th, February 11th, 2015. Welcome to my crease. As always, my normal co-host on In the Crease. None other than deliciously dead on Dave, Mr. Wrestling. Not feeling well. Kid
I'm
gets
alive.
sick, and then everybody else gets sick. That's
I'm
just,
alive in here. That's as best as I can say.
Yeah, you made it. You made it. We
Yeah.
want to dip out tomorrow, and I'll do it with Dave.
No.
I'm drinking champagne.
No. As in the words of Paige, this is my house.
I'm drinking champagne, you see?
No, I can't see you.
Classy. No, put on Skype now. You can see me now.
Yes, I can. There you go.
Told you.
Classy. That's classy.
Yeah, classy.
I like
That's
it.
what you
Classy.
get. That's what you get when you
What we get
when you
here.
when you listen to this. You get nothing but $9 champagne.
You're the class and I'm the ass. So, you know, it's good to
I
go.
wouldn't say that. I'm a much bigger asshole than you.
No. I mean, I'm a fine piece of ass. That's what I meant.
That's a big piece.
Well, yeah, but it's still fine.
Is it fine?
Oh,
Does it
yeah.
got a bunch of fucking weird holes in it and shit and black marks like mine does.
Yeah, unfortunately, age does that.
You make fanny. Evander Kane. So the
Yeah.
trade actually finally happens.
Not the one we were expecting.
The thing is, I sort of like the balls of everybody.
I love it.
Because it's just like, okay, fine. You're going to pull some crap where we trade. You can't trade me. We'll trade you anyway. How about that?
I love this. I love this trade. I love it by both teams.
Do
Love
you?
it.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
I wouldn't love it. See, the thing that gets me, here's the thing that gets me about the trade right off the bat. This is something I want to talk about. Why is my fucking lighting shit? Here's the thing. Everybody's like, the blockbuster Evander Kane deal. You know what it is? This is really the only big deal of the entire season. This has been a really low season for major trades, or there hasn't been really anybody pulling a trigger. I mean, nobody's really moving much anywhere. I even got a question from one of the listeners about what I thought about moves and stuff like that. It is just bizarre that we didn't get that October, November, December blockbuster, that this Evander Kane thing actually leads to being a legitimate blockbuster trade, which, yeah, it's a blockbuster because there's been A, no other trades, and B, Evander Kane's in it. Otherwise, it ain't that big a deal. And
I think it might actually be a pretty big deal.
I think it's what he's saying. Everybody's like, well, who won the trade? Well, you probably won't know until 10 years from now. On paper, it looks like everybody gets rid of some problems and players win. It looks like everybody wins in this situation.
I think Buffalo grades out a little bit higher, only because they got the best player.
They got the man,
or in best player in this trade.
They got the man with all the baggage, so it's still sort of a gamble. So they get. Actually, let me go over who they get. They
got Zach Bogosian.
Bogosian. That's not how you say his name.
Bogosian.
I fucking looked up his name before.
Bogosian. Bogosian.
No, it's not Bogosian.
It's pretty damn close.
How much you would have bet it's not Bogosian?
That's well, I spelled it correctly. I'm looking right at
We
it.
could put his name on the fucking top 10 list.
Bogosian.
It's not
Bogosian.
Bogosian.
Bogosian. How would you say it?
Keep going. I don't know. I just want to listen to you say it.
Bogosian. Bogosian.
I'm looking at so they have to spell it phonetically.
Zach Bogosian.
He's a big hitter. I know that. It's not. It's
he's a young kid too. He's 24.
Bosan or something like that. So it's funny.
Bogosian.
It's not Bogosian. I guarantee fucking.
Bogosian. And they got a good goalie prospect out of it too.
I could prove it wasn't him. I could, God, because you know what it is.
That's
I
who it is.
I looked it up. I know it's not that because I looked it up.
I'm looking at the trade right here. Buffalo.
It's not how you pronounce it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what you said. It's not him.
It's not the way you say it. I'm just laughing at you.
Then say it.
I can't because I don't want to make a big ass of myself.
Yeah. I'm going to say Bogosian. Zach Bogosian.
So they get Zach B.
I'm not calling him Zach.
They get Zach B.
Bogosian.
They get Taylor Miles, who's this like ridiculously big defenseman that won the Calder in 2010 that hasn't done much since. But then again, he played in Buffalo the last couple of years. And a prospect and a guy named Brandon Lemieux, who I know next to nothing about. And Drew Stanford as well.
Oh, that's who you're saying. Winnipeg got. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're getting. Yeah. I'm talking about Joe. So Drew Stanford, Tyler Miles, and
Joel Armia.
Yeah.
Brandon Lemieux, and the lowest of the 3 first-round picks that the Sabres had.
Yeah. And they managed to do this without actually giving up their Connor McDavid sweepstakes ticket, which was. I think it's a good thing. If the only thing I don't like about Kane is some of the reasons I said, I guess last week before. I don't know. Was it last week or was it this week? I don't know.
It was last weekend. We were talking about.
Everything's fucking relative, man. I want him to go a team where he can go look up to somebody, and then he kind of finds himself in a situation where he is got to be the star of the team. That's not what this guy needs because he can't handle it. And he's proven he can't handle it.
Maybe it's exactly what he needs. I don't think so either, by the way. Mm-hmm. But it could be a situation that works out for him because it's a sink or swim. Now it's got to be on him. He's got to live up those expectations. Yeah. I mean, people think he can be a 40-goal scorer in this league.
Yeah.
So I mean, this guy it's on his shoulders now, and if he plays with the right center, someone I don't know like Connor McDavid, this could really work out.
Yeah.
That could be a dangerous pair.
Unless he's one of these types that, I mean, look, this is a guy that's wearing tracksuits when he's supposed to be wearing a suit. This is a guy that is not, thinks he's big. Obviously, his behavior. Look, when you do a Justin Bufflin, nice goal last night, by the way, Justin Bufflin, and Dustin Bufflin, whatever the hell his name is. It was trying to send him a message to get him bound. Whether you agree with it, I know you don't particularly agree with what he did.
I don't like what he did back, but I mean, I get it.
Yeah, it's kind of like you're not the star of this team. You're a member of this team, and Buff is trying to send a message home. I'm starting to think of the Twitter pictures, which I didn't think too much of the time, when him holding the cash, the money, I guess when he was in Atlanta. His behavior. I don't know. I wonder about guys like this that are so talented and really never learned how to lose.
Well, you have to. I think you got to worry about him.
I have a bad feeling about this for Buffalo, just by their luck. And I could see a scenario where McDavid came there and Kane resented it.
They could be at odds.
Or it's like, why is this kid getting all the attention? I was a fourth-round draft pick. I didn't act like that.
Or maybe,
I don't think much of. I liked Evander Kane. I never said anything bad to say about the guy because he knocked out Matt Cook. But it just this is a great deal. The Jets managed to move this prick, and he's out of their system. He's out of their way. I really didn't see too much outrage over out of Winnipeg or Winnipeg fans.
No, they got pieces to help them with their playoff push this year. It's a really good trade for them. I think it's a great trade for them, as a matter of fact.
Well, let's see what Frank in Staten Island thinks, because we just put him on right now. Frank Staten Island, Frank the Prank.
What's up, guys?
What do you think of the
What's
trade?
going on, Frank? How you doing, buddy?
What do you think?
Good. How you doing, Dave? This trade is retarded. The whole reason, the problem over with Winnipeg with Evander Kane was he wanted to be the center of attention. Mm-hmm. They trade him to a team who has nobody now. His Buffalo gets Connor McDavid. He's going to pull the same shit. The only difference I have to say, though, is I don't think Buffalo's going to care if he wears a tracksuit or if he came ass naked. I really don't think they're going to care.
Yeah. That's impossible. I got to be honest with you.
Winnipeg came out better.
I think we're on the same page here.
It's potentially, but I mean, look, say what you want about the GM over there in Buffalo, this Tim Murray guy, but he's been pulling off a lot of deals in his stint there, and he's been piling up assets. Eventually, they either got to culminate in some winning product, or they're going to use them to get some players that'll help. That's what they started to do with Evander Kane, and maybe it's going to work out, maybe it won't. But at least he did something. He got some balls on him.
Frank, So who do you think this is bad for? Do you think this is bad for Buffalo, not bad for Winnipeg?
Bad, I wouldn't necessarily go as far as to call it that. I think it's a great thing. Evander Kane, like you said, skilled player. I just think the reason why he got traded off Winnipeg is going to happen in Buffalo.
Yeah, which is pretty essentially you got to the point better than I did with my opening little monologue there.
You did say it better than both of us.
Yeah, they did. It just because you just said it. And big tip to people who want to talk on the radio: say what the fuck's on your mind. You don't have to fucking candy it up or start drinking and not pay attention to what you're doing. You're doing a YouTube show like me. Yeah, I worry about that, and I think you might be right. Who knows? Maybe Evander can get his S together, and not. I don't know. Maybe it's like maybe I fucked up here. Maybe it's partly my fault, and get his shit together. But you make a good point. On the other hand, Taylor Myers, former Calder Trophy winner, he gets the fuck out of Buffalo. Yeah. And gets himself in a situation where he can show that his Calder Trophy wasn't a fluke.
Is his name Tyler?
What's his name? Tyler Myers. He won in 2010, so he's still a young guy, and so he can go in there and smash some people in a little better environment, in a healthy environment, for a bunch of guys who are hungry to win and are competitive. It's too bad,
and in a playoff chase.
It's really too bad that Evander couldn't get his shit together over in Winnipeg, because he really could have been a marquee franchise player. And then he really lowered his value with his behavior and his really not getting on this team's vision of what they're supposed to do to win. It's a damn fucking shame from a gifted kid, but we know this story. And I think what Frank is saying, we know how this story ends.
We got one chapter of the story. I'm not ready to write the kid off yet. He's 23 years old. I'm not ready to write this kid off yet.
Yeah.
We got one situation that happened, and we'll see what happens in his new situation where he has to be a leader. He's going to be thrown in there. I think it's good that he is being sent over there with a teammate, though, Zach Bogosian. And
how are we saying his name right? What's his name? Frank the Prank.
Bogosian.
Bogosian. That's it. Yeah, Zach Bogosian. Zach Bogosian. You thought that was funny too, didn't you?
I got it. there. It took me some time, but I got there. Fuck. But this is a kid. When he was drafted in 2008, a lot of analysts felt that he was on par with Drew Doughty.
Sure.
He's a good defenseman. He's got good size on him.
Sometimes guys go fourth overall because somebody needs to address their goaltending issues, Yeah. So he may have been a first round overall. That's one of the reasons Seth Jones didn't go first round overall. Was it a year ago? What have you? Thanks, Frank the Prank, and take some more calls.
No problem.
And
Dave, feel better.
Take care. Oh, yeah,
thanks,
Dave.
buddy.
Oh wow, what a good guy.
Very considerate. Very nice.
Nice, and he's from New York, which you always say negative things about.
I say negative things about New Jersey. Not
that's
New York.
it. Sure. Well, he lives about 20 minutes from my fucking doorstep where I grew up. Patrick Quinn, what do you think about the trade? Patrick Quinn. He's doing the same shit he did yesterday.
Patrick Quinn, come on down.
Gone. Patrick Quinn. Let's straighten you out.
Yeah,
he called back last night. He gave a pretty bitchin' call yesterday. So
he did.
But
you know what? Let's talk about Tim Murray for a second. And this is the second year in a row that he's made a huge splash. Last year he got rid of Ryan Miller, and this year now he goes and gets Evander Kane. This guy has got some balls on him down in Buffalo.
Yeah,
I gotta give him that.
I tell you something. As bad as Buffalo have been, I don't think they've made any bad moves. They had this really good team as of 2 years ago, and they weren't afraid to strip it down.
Yeah.
And they weren't afraid to strip it down. And I think this addresses a lot of people's needs. It also addresses some players' needs to maybe get it a different environment. It's and there's also the FU factor from Winnipeg. You know what? You couldn't play. Now you're in Buffalo. Go rebuild over there, motherfucker. You didn't like rebuilding over here.
This,
by the way,
we're
about to make the playoffs, and we don't make the playoffs this year. We're more than likely going to make it next year. It's Evander really fucking screwed himself, because now he's like another 4 or 5 years away from the playoffs. He's literally set his career back by doing this.
He potentially did. But maybe it's for the best. And don't overlook this pickup of this prospect, Jason Karsdorf. I mean, that Winnipeg farm system had a hell of a lot of goalies that could play, and he's one of them. This could be a good move for him as well.
I got a question from a fan. If you'd like to call in, 718-395-7660, 718-395-7660. none other than the great Deb from Texas. Deb, what do you think of the trade?
Well, I think it is so good for Winnipeg.
You think it's good for Winnipeg?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so why do you think that? Like, just to get rid of, the problem, so to speak?
Well, not just because of Kane, but to get back so many good prospects as well.
I'm with you.
And,
I'm with you 100%.
And without giving up the sweepstakes number, not giving out with the big bingo, the fixed bingo ticket, you know.
But I don't want to talk about Evander right now because I'm so happy because the trade just happened. Oh my God!
Oh, what trade just happened? The Evander Kane trade. Yeah. I missed something.
Yeah.
And by the way,
this just happened 5 minutes ago, Tommy.
What happened 5 minutes ago? You gonna break all the stories on here? Tell me what happened.
Jim No, the GM for the Stars, just made such a good move again.
Mm-hmm.
What do you? I don't even.
We don't know what you're talking about. We just went on the air, kiddo.
I know. I'm just so excited.
What's the move?
What's the move? You're killing us.
The backup.
What?
Back for the Stars got traded to Buffalo for Jonas and Ross.
Who? What?
What?
Who got traded? Are you okay? Everything all right?
Are we stroking out?
Is something wrong with the phone line? Debbie?
Can you understand me?
No. I honestly didn't. We're not being wise guys for a change.
But you got us on pins and fucking needles.
Yeah, like, is there some fucking big trade we missed?
Well, it's big for me.
Well, what happened? You're worse than my ex-wife.
Okay, hold up.
I got the trade. I got the trade.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah,
No, I'm telling it. Be quiet.
Shut up, Dave.
Okay. Jonas and Roth.
Jonas and
Goalie
Roth?
for Buffalo Sabres.
Yes.
Well,
Jonas,
just got traded to Dallas Stars.
Mm-hmm.
Jonas and Roth.
For Anders Lindback.
Yeah.
And a third-round pick.
And a third-round pick.
Conditional third-round pick.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Maybe they're going to start making...
2016.
We're only 3 weeks away from the big day, which I think I might go live on. We're only really 3 weeks away from the big day. Maybe they're going to start making moves now. We're going to have blockbusters. Well, thank you. And Deb, thanks a lot for breaking it. You actually brought this story to. I was just about to turn the computer off when you tweeted me, so I really appreciate that. And when you guys do hear breaking stuff, please break it to me, because what happens is I'll put the wrong picture in. I'll put the wrong picture in my what do you call it? In my thumbnail. I should have Evander Kane in it, but then I can't go switch it after it's already done. All right, Deb. Thanks you very much.
Yeah, no problem, because it was breaking news to me too.
Yeah, get it right to me. If anybody,
I had to search for it.
If all you point men and women want to get that stuff to me, I really do appreciate that, especially weird stuff. But big trades like this is important to get that information out.
Before I go, did you hear about this story about the Sedins?
Yes, and I'm gonna cover it right afterwards. Yes.
Okay, because it's bullshit.
It kind of is. I'll get it. It is and it isn't, and I'll explain everything, and you tell me if I'm wrong in the chat. Right?
Okay.
That's all I do.
Okay.
Patrick Quinn, New Jersey. Well, you're on the air.
Hey guys, sorry I was having trouble earlier. By the way, Dave, to correct you, it's Zach Bogosian.
Bogosian.
We
got it.
okay.
He did end up getting it.
All right.
I ended up getting there. It took me some time.
Didn't he play for Philadelphia for a little while? Bogosian.
What happened?
He played for Philadelphia.
I don't remember him being with us.
Yeah, why do I know that name? Was he in? I forget. Was he? I don't know. Apparently, I'm fucking out of it.
Tough loss for us last night. Oh.
Yes, but you're lucky you didn't get blown out. Philadelphia Flyers.
Yeah,
and,
true. I mean, but the Stars helped us out by beating the Bruins. We gained the point at least.
Yeah. Oh wow, look at that. Tyler Seguin in Boston takes Boston 5-3, and well. You sit there, you know what you said last night? You said, thank God we got a point. All we need is a point. You got the point. So
yeah, I mean it would have been nice to get two, but...
what are you going to do? It's Montreal Canadiens, and you guys are struggling to make the playoffs at this point, and every point counts,
Yeah, I mean, we got Columbus on Friday, so we'll...
And that's always going to be a tough match. Those guys are mean, and they always come to play.
Yeah, I can't believe Evander Kane... Am I hearing this right, that... Buffalo gave up their first-round pick for him?
They gave up the lowest of their 3 first-round picks.
No, they didn't give the Connor McDavid number up. Believe
Okay,
me.
good.
No one's. They will be.
The chat-
Any bottom-dwelling team will not be giving up their first-round draft pick this year. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Just the outside shot that you could get. Even teams like Philly, who may not make the playoffs, or God for fucking bid, there's still a draft. Technically, the LA Kings could have Connor McDavid. You know, when they're done drafting.
I just hope he doesn't go to the freaking Devils. I hate them.
Yeah, I guess that's more of a rivalry with.
There's a guy at work that I work with is a big Devils fan, and that's all he's talking about. He's like, Connor McDavid.
He's not getting Connor
McDavid.
Yeah.
The odds are slim because the Devils
all
are.
I need to hear is if that happens. All I got to hear that all off season, all summer long.
Oh, you got to listen to Connor Well, you won't because I think the draft's only 2 weeks after the season's over. So.
No, but he'll still, if the Devils get him, he'll still be ripping on me about it. That we got him. He's gonna be with the Devils.
Yeah, and they'll probably fucking trade him for a goalie.
I bust on him out because the Devils have all those old players. I said, and it was funny because the Devils beat the Flyers one time. I said we got beat by the Geritol line.
Well, here's what you can tell your goofy friends. They'll get Connor McDavid, and then they'll lose him after 3 years after they fucking can't pay him the ridiculous salary that he's going to demand afterwards because the Devils.
Hey, the only good thing for Evander Kane is that he's going to no man's land in America, just like Winnipeg's no man's land in Canada.
Yeah, he flips spots.
He just flips spots, yeah.
Good point. Absolutely good point.
Nobody wants to live in Winnipeg.
And nobody wants to live in Buffalo. It's practically
I
Canada.
think in some aspects, this is kind of a win-win for him, though. I mean, if they get Connor McDavid, he gets to play with a freaking just amazing center. And if they don't, he's the man there. So,
yeah.
I mean, you know.
And if they get Connor McDavid, he's going to bitch and complain that he's not. That,
Maybe.
you know,
We don't know that for certain.
No,
He
we
might
don't
stay-
know that.
no,
Dave's right. We
100%.
don't know that for certain, but something tells me.
Now, the preponderance of evidence would seem to indicate that might actually happen.
I think
But we don't know it for certain.
I think that's a pretty good fucking chance. All right, Pat Quinn, I gotta go.
Dave, you ready for NXT tonight?
You know it, baby. You know it.
I'm not.
I'm so juiced up. I can't even tell you. This could be the event of the year.
I thought you weren't doing Monetize This tonight.
I'm gonna watch it when I wake up.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Who
All right,
wins the
Pat.
title?
Take care, Pat. Pat, New Jersey. 718-395-7660. Who do you feel about the Connor McDavid trade?
He asked me who was going to win the title match. Kevin Owens will walk out there as champion tonight.
Deb wants me to talk about this. I suppose. I'll give you. Let me flip to my favorite hockey writer in the hockey news, Adam Proto. Guy fucking thinks hockey's in trouble because the fucking Flyer fans want to watch pretty girls skate in the ice. Dipshit. So he has a hyperbolic figure. I'm going to read this Adam Proto blog post article. I don't fucking know what else what are they going to call it this way? Nah, that didn't work again. Well, anyway, so if you looked at ticker before, they noticed that Jamie Benn and Tyler Sagan apologized for this. Here it is. Adam Proto, that fat fuck. Dallas Stars forward Tyler Sagan and Jamie Benn are two of the more talented hockey players in the world, but they embarrassed their franchise and the NHL Tuesday, and they owe the Vancouver Canucks Henrik and Daniel Sedin an apology, untoward remarks they made at a Texas radio show. Ben and Sagan appeared on a Dallas Sports Talk radio show, which they won't say, Tuesday, and they were discussing players when rooming on their own. For some unexplained reason, an indefensible reason, they decide to make a rotten insinuations about the Sedin's relationship as brothers. Quote, "Who knows what else they do together," said Ben, to snickers of the alleged adults in the room. "Seriously," replied Sagan, monumentally losing the grasp of the word seriously, actually. "Dude, it's creepy," one of the hosts said. "In fact, it's a good example to future brothers in the NHL and how not to do things." That was fucking bizarre. All right. Adam goes on to phony outrage.
No, it's probably not phony. This guy's probably outraged.
Yeah, I know. Because guys like him are really bad with women, and they think like overreacting to stuff like gay rights and women's issues will get them laid. Because Adam, let's face it, Adam Proto's a fat hockey writer who probably makes a pretty good check and still can't get laid and can't figure it out. So he writes this. I've got news for everyone involved in this disgraceful exchange. You should be so lucky to have the Sedin Twisters represent you in your team. The fact that you would dare set their example of how two brothers shouldn't behave is a behaving in the NHL is a giant flashing sign pointing out your colossal ignorance on the topic. In 14 NHL seasons, not once have the Sedin's been suspended. That's true. Not once, and Mr. Seriously Sagan should pay particular attention here. Have either Sundin embarrassed the franchise with homophobic tweets and pictures of themselves getting loaded with locals? I thought that was growing up. Really like the steers and queers comment when he got traded there, which is the stupidest fucking thing to get mad about because he's referencing a film. What was that stupid movie called?
No, I know the quote. Don't know the movie.
Yeah, Steers and Queers. What the fuck? It's a military movie.
It's
a military
movie.
Full Metal Jacket.
Full Metal Jacket.
So he's referencing that. So that's like the biggest deal in the world. I'm sure some gay person didn't get a fucking job because he said that. And pictures themselves getting loaded with the locals. Hey, wait a minute. Hey, pal. I get loaded with the locals every weekend, and I take pictures of it, and I sometimes put it on Facebook. It's called growing up.
Millionaire hockey player.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, what's wrong with that?
I
don't even think that's embarrassing.
It's off base as it is.
What is he, like a Victorian? Thou shalt not get loaded with the locals while carrying the beautiful and wonderfully distinguished Dallas Stars jersey. This breaks Victorian principles the world over. Fucking douche. God. I think that's what bothered me most about this. He embarrassed himself by getting loaded. You know what? You know why Fatso can't fucking understand this? Here's why I know Fatso can't understand this. Because he didn't have the opportunity to get loaded with the fucking locals. He has no idea how fun it is.
Oh my God.
So he thinks it's like, so he's one of those guys like Ryan Lampert, like everybody's fucking having a good time on St. Patrick's Day, like, hey, drinking their stupid green beer. And they're like, that's so stupid. The Irish don't drink green stuff in their beer on St. Patrick's Day. You know, I mean, that's how much fun Adam Proto is when he had a fucking hyperbolic fit over Tim Thomas not seeing Barack Obama. When he had a hyperbolic fit over the Philly fans getting pretty cheerleaders to skate around or whatever, because it keeps women down, which is, there's no evidence of it, and it's just stupid, and most women don't care. It's a toxic environment for women to come into hockey games. How much you want to bet most women don't give a fuck besides the kooky feminists that you can't get in their pants? That's what it is. You can't get in the social justice warriors' pants, you pussy. I'm done.
Oh boy!
After the Sundin embarrassed himself and runs on the pictures, getting a little, they have been a modern day Jean Bellevue and nearly regal in their order, and certainly admirable the way they've dealt with garbage throughout their careers. The only thing creepy about the Sundins in many ways is the best ambassadors for Swedish hockey they ever could have asked for. It's a disgusting way to have been treating the know-nothings who could summon up 1/10 of the class found and their hair follicles that Daniel and Henrik Sundin had. To wit, here's how Henrik. Here's how the Sundin sisters responded. Henrik on Sagan's comments, I think it says more about them than it does about us. That's actually pretty good. A good response.
Great response.
All right. After having fucking trashed Adam Proto, here's other than all the fucking shoving his politics down everybody's throat and what have you. He's right. It's a fucking lousy thing to say.
It's what he's supposed to friggin' do.
Yeah. I suppose. Yeah, but that's the thing. You could sit
not,
there and say, you lousy fucks, how fucking dare you fucking insinuate they're incestuous, which is disgusting and repulsive.
Which is what he probably should have.
But instead, we have to get the fucking social justice drama. Yeah. That being said, they should, and I think they have. Actually, it's screaming right now. Jamie Benn apologized to Stars after offensive comments. You know what? It was a lousy fucking thing to say.
Oh, it's a lousy fucking thing.
It's a lousy, but it's what kids say, and that's who plays this game.
They're on a radio program, probably a goofy fucking radio program.
Wow,
similar
really?
To this one.
I gotta be honest with you.
Fucking around and saying some stupid shit.
I gotta be honest with you. Minus Cronin's show. I was thinking about that. Crossed my mind, by the way, just what you said. Yeah. I don't think I'd do that. I don't go there.
There's lines you don't cross as a host.
I'll call you the Sundin sisters because of the fucking diving that took place in the Boston series. That's why I'm calling you the Sundin sisters. Is that sexist? I don't care. I don't care. Because really, me calling you a sister doesn't keep fucking a woman from getting a job or keep her down or anything. In fact, if it does,
not according to those Super Bowl commercials that are trying to tell us to stop saying
So,
grow like
see,
a
I
girl.
don't. See, here's the thing. I don't engage in political correctness dogma. I don't believe in it. Like I don't believe in the Prophet Muhammad, Jesus Christ, and any other fucking kooky and Scientology. I don't believe that. I think it's just a fucking political fad. But at the same time, say something shitty, you should own up to it, and I guess they did. I think that's gross. I gotta be honest with you. But I don't get the chest pounding phony social justice crap. But hey, that's who Adam Fathead Proto is, who is so willing to give his political views and speak out for what's wrong in the world, but can't stand it when, I don't know, Tim Thomas decides to take a different path and not talk to Barack Obama. Because he's a fucking hypocrite. Greg Wyshynski actually called him out on that. So, yes, he did. Yes, he did. Because I yelled at Greg Wyshynski for fucking doing that, and he said, no, I didn't, and I was embarrassed. And he wrote... But that's true. No, it's 100% true. Wyshynski actually called him out on that. No, this is lousy. It wasn't funny. I'll forgive him. The Steers and Queers comment don't bother me. They're referencing a film. Getting loaded with the locals. That doesn't really say too much about him. But saying two other players are incestuous or
insinuating such and that type of saying it's creepy.
It's crappy.
Now, look, that could be their honest to God opinion, but
I don't think it is. We know it is. We know it isn't their honest God opinion. They were just trying to be fucking.
They were probably being egged on by the radio host.
Exactly,
and stuff.
which I would have done. I don't think I'd say that. I've never said anything like that. I've said they've acted like girls before, and I got to be honest with you. There's something creepy about them. But isn't there something creepy about all twins?
I think all twins are kind of inherently creepy.
You know?
Yeah.
So fuck Adam Proto, big fucking douche. What a douche. What's going on in the chat? I'm gonna start looking at it. Straight to Ben. Obama's is a big bully. Leave my president alone, Patrick Wynn. How dare you, Frenchie Ben, talk about our commander in chief?
How dare you? What's you take yourself back to French Canada.
Let's see. Look up Dave Norris. 5 bad moves to make a Leaf made. He did. Dave did send me something on the Leafs. Sorry, it was on the list, Dave. The big Leafs thing. It just got clipped by fucking. I literally had it ready to go, and it got clipped by Evander Kane. So maybe you can bring it up tomorrow. I don't know. We'll have Dave on tomorrow and see what he's got to say. I'll poke at you, man. Frenchie Ben. Fucking, you mean dictator. Fucking, now they're arguing about Obama in there. Frenchie Ben. Speaking of, you're on the air. What's up?
Hey, guys.
Don't say bad things about Obama. He's the greatest president in American history.
Yeah, don't you know? And if you don't think so, you're a fucking racist.
No, I'm not going to go in politics with you guys.
Okay.
I just wrote no intimidation, no elections. That's why I said Obama is a big bully.
He's a big douche. He's worse. Yeah, he is kind of a big bully. Hey, what do you think of Jamie Benn saying that and Taylor Sagan? What do you think of it? I'm not going to try to stick my words in your mouth, but go ahead.
I'm going to change a subject. I don't care about that. Let's talk about Kane.
You're so on the fence, you Canuck. You know? Every time I call you out, I say, like, what do you think about this? Like, I don't want to piss anybody off.
Yeah, but who said that in the chat? Somebody said in the chat that the two Ben brothers, they're roommates. So.
Oh, really?
There's lots of things about them.
Where did he get off fucking saying something like that? That was pretty lousy what he said. I'm not going to sit there and stick up for what they said, but it simply isn't the fucking end of the world. That's what I said. So what else was on your? Why'd you call, Ben? What's up?
On the Kane, Bogosian, Myers trade.
How do you feel about it?
I think it's one of the rare trade where the now and then is answered for both teams.
Everybody's needs seem to be addressed.
That's what I was saying. Everybody wins.
Everybody's needs seem to be addressed.
In short term and in long term, maybe.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, because Kane wasn't going to be there for Winnipeg this year, so
He wasn't there. He wasn't there for Winnipeg when he was there. Why was he going to be there next year?
Point, yeah.
That's right. And Brendan Lemieux is the son of Claude Lemieux.
I was wondering if that. So he's going to be a fucking unconscionable French prick.
I'm not even sure he speaks French, the guy.
Oh, God, he's the American. He probably grew up in New Jersey. Brendan Lemieux.
Yeah,
more than likely.
Or maybe in
that's
Arizona.
A whole hell of a lot better.
Arizona, or maybe grew up in Colorado. It's possible.
Because I know Claude Lemieux established himself for a while in Phoenix.
Started in Montreal, went to New Jersey. Yeah, at the end he went to Phoenix. Claude Lemieux, one of the biggest prick. You know who reminds me of Claude Lemieux is I'll tell you who reminds me of him. Another French player that fucking hit McQuaid last night. Anton Rousseau.
Oh, Anton Rousseau.
Yeah, that was a real.
Is a French from France.
Is he? Oh, he's French from France.
Yeah, he's one of the few.
Oh my God! I didn't know there was one French player in the league. I thought everybody was Canadian. No, that's.
Oh, there was one at the time, Tim Bozan.
Oh, Tim
Philippe
Bozan.
Bozan with the Blues.
I didn't know that. Well, geez.
Jerry Lewis lovers, man, not good.
I like Jerry Lewis.
Not a good situation.
I like Jerry Lewis. What's wrong with Jerry?
Lady.
I didn't know Anton.
Yeah, I'm French, so I like him.
Oh,
I know it's in your DNA. You can't help it.
Yeah, I root for.
No,
I root for Irish players. I love Ryan.
But the son of Claude Lemieux is a feisty player. He can become maybe a Gallagher or a Brad Marchand.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, listen, Claude. I don't know anything about this kid, so I'm not going to sit there. But his father had a lot of skill. Don't forget that. He could get under people's skin, and boy, did he bleed every time somebody punched him. But he was a very effective player. He won an MVP with the Devils the year they won, and I think he won another one, Colorado, didn't he?
He won 2 Conn Smythe.
Two Conn Smythes for a guy who's not a Hall of Fame player
in the whole history of the league who won 4 Stanley Cup with 4 teams.
One of, he's not a Hall of Fame player, but one of the premier money players of the dead puck era. Money on the line. Claude Lemieux put pucks in the net, and usually other guys in the penalty box, which he was very, very good at. So we'll see. But maybe he's like Ty Domi's kid. Ty Domi was an enforcer. His kid looks like he can play.
I've got a small little summary on
sure.
Lemieux if you want to hear it.
Sure, I'd love to hear it.
Lemieux, in adding Lemieux, the Jets also get a strong forward perfect for the Western Conference. Promian had him as rated as the 53rd best prospect in the draft last year, and he said he'd probably move him if he could. Lemieux is very appealing as a big, strong, highly physical forward with speed and skill. The latter two traits aren't outstanding, but he can create offense and isn't just a banger. He's interesting because you can't define Lemieux into one type of role.
Sounds like his old man. Sounds like his old man.
Candidate for Canada's under-20 team next year and slides into a top 10 prospect in the Jets system.
No kidding.
They might have got a sleeper.
I'll tell you something. Tell me, Ben, did that not sound very similar to his father, that profile?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
So we got a really big prick Quebecer coming up.
Yeah. No, he's American, I think, but...
Is he American? Would he play for Team USA? I mean, he's obviously got.
He's going to qualify for Canada's under-20 team next year.
Oh, there you go.
Canada.
So he's still Canadian. A French Canadian. He's still one of yours. We didn't steal him from you.
Still one of yours, buddy.
Like we stole Brett Hull. We stole Brett Hull from you, by the way.
Yeah.
You should have put him on the team. We took him. We won the World Cup in 1996. Remember that? Remember back when we were.
You needed him.
Yeah, we did.
Hey, by the way, you spoke about the 10 best games in the history.
10 best games ever? I'd have to think about that. Well, the blood game's up there.
That. I sent you an email on your Gmail.
I didn't see it yet. No, I haven't checked my Gmail yet. I should because
I sent you some bizarre names in the history of hockey and my 10 best games.
I think me and Dave are gonna try to work out something if we have time. Yeah. If not, I'll just do it without Dave.
Yeah,
I think I give you a good basis.
All right. Thanks for calling, Brett JC Ben.
Okay.
Great call as always. And I will check that out, I promise. I will check that out. We are going to do, I don't know, sooner than later, maybe this summer. That's what I'm thinking because everything's going on.
Got to do a special on it sometime.
Yeah, we're doing it. It's happening. Don't worry. It probably could get us a shit ton of hits. I will do it with NHL video if I can grab it. Do a little documentary. Top 10 with quirky
coming
comments.
in at number 9.
Yeah, coming in at number 9.
Pear Juice.
Pear Juice. I remember him. I didn't know he scored only 2 NHL goals. I totally remember that guy.
Like 36 points.
Pear Juice.
That's how I call him too.
Pear Juice. It's kind of the way they said it. Anton Rousseau. Did you see that hit Rousseau put on fucking McQuaid? Scumbag.
Yes, I did. You know, a scumbag.
Hope he gets fined for that. Prick.
Oh, yeah, it's coming.
God, I hope so.
It's coming.
Fucking jerk off. You really hit him in the throat. It was just like fucking McQuaid missed a hit, and then he just put a fucking...
Here you go. Poof.
Put a fucking stick in his throat.
Yeah, here you go.
This is not the first time. He reminds me a lot of Claude Lemieux, actually, but a little more brutal, actually. This Anton Rousseau.
That's a statement.
Yeah. Well, Lemieux, was he brutal? Yeah, he was a dirty player. I think it's fair to say
I didn't know a lot
player.
about hockey at the time, but I definitely knew that Claude Lemieux was
he was dirty.
Well,
you had that thing with Detroit too. You know, the Darren or the Chris. I forgot the fucking guy. He broke his jaw. Whatever. It's been a long time. So I covered Rousseau. Also, let me take a question. Tommy C, in your opinion, if this is from Phil. I hope it's from Phil because I forgot to write the name down. Tommy C, in your opinion, if Montreal wants to win at all this season, do you think Montreal should trade for Justin Williams? And the Rangers, backup controversy. Well, I don't know if it's a controversy yet. While Lundqvist is hurt, do you think the Rangers can go after Nicholas Backstrom, the goalie, in Minnesota? I want to hear your opinion on today's show, if you can fit it in. P.S. That's what she said. Well, I love our callers.
Right?
I do. I really do appreciate it. I love the fact that you're all fighting in the chat lately. It's amusing to me.
They're feisty.
It's amusing to me.
Feisty chatters.
Yes. Feisty.
All
right, on the first thing.
No?
Justin Williams. Here's the thing about Justin Williams going to Montreal. I really don't think he's a 15-goal scorer. I think it's who are they going to trade for him? It's like sort of a lateral movement no matter what they do. The thing is, Montreal's got a very good team, but you don't want to really break. They don't have anybody like on the fourth line that they can make a big move for unless you package a bunch of players. I don't think Montreal in recent years has not had marquee players in their team. I wonder. You don't see. When's the last time you've had like PK's probably the only? When's the last time you had like a super marquee player on the Montreal Canadiens? I can think of two. PK Subban, Patrick Roy, and don't give me the guy who retired last year, the first European cap and the Finnish guy. Not Mikko, fucking, I can't remember his name. Well, that Finn that just retired last year, I can't remember his name.
Well, look, they definitely wouldn't be making a trade for a guy like Williams because the one thing they need is a goal scorer. They need a pure goal scorer. They don't have it. They're 21st in the league.
I don't see LA giving up Williams simply because I don't think they think they're done.
Williams would be the wrong target.
They
need someone who could bury the puck.
Yeah, and he's on 15 goals. It's just, and I don't know, just. Does LA just say this is a fluke when we come back next year? I
don't know if LA's bagging it this season. I'm not sure about that yet. Don't be surprised if they're active in the next 3 weeks on the trade deadline.
The Lundqvist thing. Well, here's the way this is going to work. Let's see. It's less than 3 weeks to go.
They're going to play this at the earliest was 3 weeks. We're not exactly sure how long he's actually going to.
Well, which is about the time of the trade deadline, which doesn't make things much better. It's an interesting question. I thought it was kind of. I guess Nicholas Backstrom would be. Look, so what are we going to do? Address our problems with a team that has goaltending problems? The Minnesota North Stars there?
No, look for a guy like Emery. I mean, that could be a great target for them. It won't cost them a lot, and Emery's solid. Emery would be a decent backup for you guys, at least to come in and teach the kid how to play Talbot a little bit more.
Here's what I expect. I expect the Rangers to make a move, but it'll be a typical Ranger move. It'll be a bit of a surprise. Sort of like we saw with Martin St. Louis last year. I don't see them going after a goalie. I think what happened was a little bit of a freak. I think they have a lot of confidence that I get the impression, that they think Hank's going to come back. If they don't, I got to be honest with you, Cam, he's good, but I don't know if he's great.
He's shaky.
You can really see he's shaky. He is shaky, and he gave up 4 goals yesterday. And, I got to be honest with you. Toronto was able to get back in that game yesterday because of Cam Talbot. I don't know if that's just because I'm used to having, for the past 10 years, one of the top goalies in the league. I just got so comfortable with Hank. And I was uncomfortable with him initially because I miss Richter. But
here's the thing: they're going to be able to get his feet wet in the next 2 games. They got Colorado and Arizona, not two teams that are exactly burying the puck right now.
Yeah.
So Talbot's going to be able to get his feet wet and hopefully get steady. But they're going to be talking to Lundqvist. They're going to be seeing believe me, that open dialogue is going to be happening. If they think he's going to be gone any longer than 3 weeks, look for him to make some kind of a move.
And somebody else wrote me, I forget what, do they think they're going to move the that they have this like ginger kid on the Rangers? Looks like Corey Hirsch a little bit. And he looks like my daughter and the same age. I mean, it's really funny to see his ginger ass on the bench. Don't expect him to be on the team. I promise you. I got a new caller, it appears. 217, you're on the air. Oh, yeah?
And now you're not.
No, you're not here. I put you on finally. You called before and I missed it. And then I had somebody else on. But now you're not there.
You're not there.
Well, anything else going on?
Yeah, a little bit of news. Versteeg is off the IR. Will play tonight against the Canucks.
And I had that in my notes.
Oh, we'll see.
You beat me to it.
Right there. We're right there.
Forward Chris Verteeg has been activated from a long-term injury reserve by the Chicago Blackhawks and has been sidelined with a fractured left hand.
Yep.
Blackhawks announced the move before Wednesday against Vancouver. Versteeg has been out since January 1st, had surgery to repair the injury. He's having a resurgent season playing on the line with Patrick Kane and Brad Richards, posting 9 goals, 18 assists in 34 games. Excellent. Blackhawks also assigned forward Joachim Nordstrom to the Rockford Ice Hogs. What a great name. Well, the minor league teams have all the great names, right?
They do, don't they?
Of the American Hockey League.
Believe me, they're very happy to get Versteeg back after 16 games. They are very happy to get him back.
Yeah. I'm going to start watching.
Nordstrom's a nice player, but he's far away in development. Versteeg, getting him back on the line, it's going to be nice. It should help Richards, too, because he's been kind of slagging it.
You guys lost a lot of games.
Yeah, we have.
You guys, Evgeny Mal, what's this? Have I got something weird here? Something new? Hold on a second. Hold on. No, this is not what I want. No, that's not what I want. That's what I'm. No, ba-doop.
No,
yeah, and of course last night. Well, you know what? I think that's it. I was actually stalling for that caller a little more.
That's all right.
Yeah. 45.
We're giving him 47 minutes. Jesus Christ.
We're giving him more than we normally give him. Tomorrow, you can check us out 4:30 Eastern Standard Time in the crease. It's obviously with me and our weekly guest, Mr. Dead On Dave Rowe.
Yeah, I may or may not be here for that one.
Yeah, because we
all depends on how I'm feeling.
Yeah, you know, you can do whatever you want. You're fucking
play
king.
It by ear.
You're a fucking king around here.
No, I'm queen at best.
Yes. Go get me a beer.
My king.
Get me a beer. Sundays each week, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Shop the Point Live. The Week in Hockey News, the Blockbuster, the Mothership Show. Shop the Point Live. Comedian Jake Link, Jeff, the newsman, bluesman Huffman, and me, Tommy C. Check it out. And
replacement.
Oh, fuck, that's right. Another Dead on Dave will be on this week. He'll be on. That's right. He's replacing, I think, him. And then we also have none other than the great Bag Chet Matt. We have Bag Chet Matt Kazar from Quebec. Guy speaks English, living in Quebec, getting picked on by French kids because he can't speak French. Matty Isis. My man. The main man. He'll come on, give his weekly report, and we'll goof on him because he's a fun guy. He's a fun guy to be on. Working real hard in school right now. That Matty Isis. That's what we want. We want our point men to be well educated, like me and Dave and Jake. You know. I have a special announcement. I'm gonna give some insight. I left a few videos. Coming soon. Shot from the Point Radio. What is that? Well, it's just like this. I just some new graphics. No, it's not. It's nothing like this. Since I was a little boy, I wanted to be a DJ, and sometimes I want to talk about things that have nothing to do with hockey. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about hockey. We're gonna talk about the news. We're gonna talk about, and we're gonna play commercial music, because the way I see it is YouTube's I can actually look up what I can play and what I can't, what will not get me a strike. And we can spin Two's talk. I'm thinking about putting Jesse J on. It's going to be called Shop from the Point Radio, and you will get a video before its announcement. Right now, it's a special. And the best part, because we thought we were going to have to take it down, like it was going to be like a real radio show.
Yeah.
We're going to just, this is something you just kind of leave on in the background. Shop from the Point Radio. We're going to see what happens.
A little bit of ambiance for you.
It's kind of what In the Crease intended to be initially, but then In the Crease came sort of a regular hockey show.
became awesome is what it did.
Yes, it got you. But so this is like music and pop culture and stuff like that. Sounds fun, huh?
Yeah.
Sounds fun. Sounds like good stuff.
I'm excited about it.
Me too. Me too. Last night in the National Hockey League, Matt Zuccarello scores 2 to give the Rangers the lead over the Toronto Maple Leafs. They take that 4-3. The Dallas Stars, they surprise the Boston Bruins with a 5-3 victory. Taylor Sagan, homecoming. And he said that Milan Lucic and Brad Marchand were sleeping with each other after the game. Scumbag. The Ottawa Senators, they take on the Buffalo, Connor McDavid, Patrick Kane, Sam Gigasong Sabres. And they lost, or they won, 2-1. The Edmonton Oilers, they come up short to the New York Islanders as expected. Islanders take that 3-2. Philadelphia Flyers, they managed to drag it in overtime, but the Montreal Canadiens are just too much. They take that 4-2 in overtime. Anaheim Mighty Ducks, surprised, shocked, and appalled, but maybe we shouldn't be, Dave, maybe we shouldn't be surprised anymore.
No.
I'm starting to think that Florida really wants to be in the National Hockey League playoffs.
They're starting to look like they might make a run.
Yeah. If you beat the Ducks, that says something.
The Ducks have not been playing well as of late. I don't know if you've been noticing.
They haven't been as dominant lately.
They've lost like 4 straight now. They have not been playing that well.
Oh, not a good time to lose the Panthers. Not a good time. But that didn't happen.
3 straight, excuse me.
3 straight, excuse me. Okay. That didn't happen to my Stanley Cup prediction, the St. Louis Blues, to go there and not win it. I'm not sure about winning yet. They take the Arizona Coyotes 2-1. Tampa Bay Lightning play Nashville. God, they play Nashville every night.
Seems like it, doesn't it?
Doesn't it? Well, they come up short in Nashville. Nashville takes them 3-2 in overtime. I should go put in that game. I don't even know what happened in that game. I didn't even check it out. North Stars, Jets. Jets take that 2-1 in OT. Much needed victory. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Stop the slide, get them going again, and making this big trade. It's a good day for Winnipeg.
Yeah. 8 o'clock. Those 2 guys that sleep with each other, the Sundin sisters, they take on the Chicago Blackhawks in Chicago.
Bring it.
Well, bring it. Bring it. Don't sing it. Bring it. Game of the night. I'll tell you, it's Wednesday, so I guess it's the Wednesday night rivalry. Well, I hope they revisit the fact that scumbag Crosby didn't shake anybody's hand after he won the Stanley Cup in Detroit. That would be something.
They should.
Wednesday night rivalry. 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Pittsburgh Penguins versus Detroit Red Wings in Pittsburgh. I hate Pittsburgh. Late night game, do. Caps and Sharks. Sharks be getting pushed around lately. They need to win. They want to stay up there and ensure their playoff spot. 10:30 late night game. I'm probably going to stay up. I'm so fucking wired.
I see that.
Yeah. I want to...
and you'll burn out just around the time monetize them.
No, you have no idea how many times I'm not feeling going to sleep. I'm not doing the whole sleep thing too well. What do you care?
That's why I'm taking the night off and monetize this.
Oh, yeah? Well, that's right. Oh, and monetize this. Dave won't be there. Well, here's the thing. And I don't normally want to do this to our partner. We haven't been too good about monetize this, and I've been told that I am going to be on the show. But as we all know, that don't always work out.
You never know what's going to happen.
But I've been told, I'm not saying it's going to be on, I've been told that I'm going to be on Monetize This on Spectrum Gaming 617 with Joe Cronin and Jesse J.
Reportedly, the show will go on
Reportedly.
tonight.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Like OJ allegedly cut off half his wife's head.
I'm not gonna lie. Part of the reason why I'd like fuck it is because I'm not getting up for no reason again. I'm going to sleep. I'm gonna take my ass to sleep, and we'll see what happens.
Future announcement too with Monetize This. We gave him an hour today, huh?
Yeah.
We gave him an hour. We're manly men.
We're manly men.
Manly men. Another thing to keep in mind is Monetize This.
Switch.
Monetize This will be moving times. That's the latest news I've been told, and I'm all for it. But we're doing it tonight because Joe can't go to work because he's snowed out.
Snowed in, yeah.
So I was like, Joe, just go outside and tell everybody to get out of your crease. Yeah! Yeah!
That was a good one.
You think Frenchie Ben likes AC/DC?
Yes. Yes, I do.
I bet he does. Do you think he does his like French accent thing? Goes, "Wah! Back in black! I hate it."